Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will everyone please remain standing? Father Clifton will come and give us a prayer.
Y'all are in luck, another short one. Let us pray. Most gracious God and Heavenly Father, we come to you in a time of turmoil and trouble in our country and throughout the world. We know that this is not the direction that you would have us go in, and we pray for your guidance and a source of your Holy Spirit, the source of all peace, to guide us in our deliberations. At this time, we ask for that same Holy Spirit to come and rest upon the shoulders of all who are in decision-making positions in the city, especially our mayor and our council, that all decisions may be made wisely, that they may be for the benefit of all the citizens of this beloved city of ours called Inkster, and that they may be made in accordance with your will. All of this we ask in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Roll call.
Mayor Nolan,
Present.
Councilwoman Watley,
Present.
Councilman Oden,
Present.
Councilwoman Mitchell,
Present.
Councilwoman Howard,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Williams,
Present.
and Councilman Chisholm.
Present.
We have 7 present, and we do have a quorum.
All right. Everybody had a chance to look at the agenda? Anything we need to add, delete? Item I and J.
What's J? We had an I.
The closed session, ma'am. So we're gonna add item J, closed session, litigation. What's the name of that case? Dukes? Dukes case? Okay, anything else we need to add or remit? Do we have a motion?
So move.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. We have a presentation. The Inkster 48th Annual Parade presentation, Councilwoman Sandra Watley.
Hello, Inkster. How are you? Great. Let me see. They always make me use these, even though I don't need to. Oh, look, I got 2. All right, we're here today because I've been telling you for weeks that love is an action word, okay? You can't say you love something if you don't do something, okay? But first, before we start, we had 3 winners in the 48th Memorial Day Parade. The first winner, we did an interview with him on scene that day, and it was the Entertainment Motor City Heat Band, and I guess they brought it. People told me they brought it, okay? But I want to call up the Honorable Sabrina Johnson, judge of our court, who not only will be presenting the 2nd and 3rd place trophies, but she was also one of our judges. So she's a full-service judge, okay? Here we go.
Good evening to members of council. Always a pleasure to see you. Department heads, Mr. Mayor. It's always a pleasure to be here with the city of Inkster. I just want to say I feel incredibly privileged to have been a part of the parade. It brought back fond memories of the days long ago when I marched in the parade myself. And it was a source of pride, and you all have no idea how great you looked as you passed the judge's stand. So I'm so extremely proud of the city, and so when I was summoned by Councilwoman Watley, and again, never ignore summons, I had to come quickly and just acknowledge the groups that participated. We couldn't have had an event without you. Inkster just looked just wonderful that day. So I am so proud of us. So it's a really hard decision, we really wrestled because we wanted to acknowledge everyone who participated. It wouldn't have worked if anybody had not done everything that they could to make it special, but we narrowed it down. And so I'm very glad to acknowledge our second place winner, the High Praise Cathedral of Faith Praise Dancers. This group, I mean, when they got to the judges' stand, they turned it out. And so we really appreciate them and happy to give them this award. So we had a lot of churches, and you know, we're a city with a lot of churches, and they had a lot of energy and excitement. This church stood out for us. We're very happy to acknowledge our third place winner, the Burning Bush International Ministries Church.
I see your picture all over the place.
All right, thank you very much. And I want to extend a special thanks to the Honorable Sabrina Johnson, who has been so helpful during this whole event, okay? Now, don't forget, her interview will be on the tape when it comes out, okay? All right. Thank you again. And as I stated, I want to acknowledge who made this possible. And who made this possible are the sponsors who went deep into their pockets and said, we want a parade, okay? So like I said, you can't love something without doing something. And each and every one of you who came tonight, like I said, I want everyone to know that this is what you do when you love something. Okay? Seriously. We know this is a capitalistic society, right? Nothing gets done without a dollar. Okay? And these people said, we want this done. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I want to acknowledge you with your certificate of appreciation as well as your parade book. And we're starting off with Allen Brothers.
With the rich folks.
Yeah, why not? And is anyone here from Big Four Auto? Big Four Taxi? Okay, we'll set it to the side with their booklet. Our next is Bishop's Auto Wrecking. Take a picture.
It's gonna be on Facebook.
Yep. Now, don't laugh, you all. Bogarts. Is anyone here from Bogarts? Because they went deep, too, okay?
Don't laugh.
Bubba's Barbershop? Bubba's? Okay, we'll put that aside. Where is Buried Treasure? Ah! Come on, come back, come back, come back. Because we're going to charge you for these pictures. Is anyone here from Cannon's Warehouse? Now remember these people. They're the ones that supported you, okay? So you have to do the same. You go back and you shop. Inkster. Is Ken Chambers here from Chambers Realty?
Another rich person.
Yep, they got money to burn. Let him get in the middle?
Stop directing stuff.
Oh, let me get in the middle. Sandy Sandwich. Okay, who's next? Citizen Driving School here? Okay. Ooh, I know. How about Malone's Family Hair Center. Hey, this is going a lot faster than I thought it would. The Commission on Aging.
I know they.
Who's here to Come on.
How you saying it?
Here I am. Are we through? Okay. And District 6.
Get some money.
They gave me money.
You need to check on that. You need to check on that.
Oh, the certificate, yeah. Looks just like the book, only better. Oh, you might as well stay there, Connie. Alpha Kappa Alpha. First choice windows? I don't think they're there. Fisherman's Net. Now, a lot of these people are ICANN discounters. Fisherman's Net will give you 10% off if you show your card, okay? Is Food Max here? How about Gabbard's Concrete? You notice I'm doing this in alphabetical order, so don't look so anxious. How about Zaman International Good Deeds? Hairstyles by Thomas. Hilliard Hampton. Yeah. The one and the same. Yep. How about Hollywood Pharmacy? Hydro Hut? Jewel Jones, State Representative. Am I supposed to be in the middle again? All right. Leanna Hicks Public Library. Well, we got to go girl, boy, don't we? I don't know what that makes you.
He's going to
All right.
Leon's Party Store. Metro Auto Brokers. Yep, got to get that picture. More money. Thank you. Middle Park Manor Block Club.
Don't rush.
Yeah. We're going to be here till 10. This will give you all something to remember, like the old council meetings.
Thank you.
Murray's Real Estate.
All right.
National Action Network.
All right.
Thank you. Won't be too much longer now.
Got 3 more steps.
We have Owens Car Wash. Pearson Insurance Agency. Rich Wall Cabinetry. Felicia Rutledge.
I'm with Judge Johnson. I didn't have a choice but to give you that money.
You coming down or you don't need to put
No, okay. St. Clemens Episcopal Church.
Rich person?
Oh, my Lily, how are you?
Come on, Daddy, go on this
Oh,
side.
they want you in the middle. They want you in the middle. Oh. Yep, yep. There you go. Okay. And remember how good Stephen looks when he takes his picture.
All right.
Saturn Marketplace. We even go outside to sister cities. So remember them. Starfish Family Services.
You take the microphone down.
We have the 13th Congressional District.
Everybody ask Virginia Williams.
Yes, Virginia Williams from Romulus, Citizens for Social Change.
Thank you. Who the other two kids?
Top ladies of distinction. Oh yeah, look at them. They brought the whole crew.
They roll deep.
Our top.
All right.
Thank you.
Value Battery. Veterans Dry Cleaners. Western Wayne Family Health Center. Our board members who are here? Come on up here. You have the mic.
She said, leave it. Goofy.
Will Cooperate Realty.
Speaking skit.
And last but not least, Timothy Williams. Yeah, that's John Clark, 315 North. He's not here.
In the middle.
Huh?
You get in the middle.
Smile, be happy.
Nice suit. All right.
I want to thank all of you. Huh? What? Oh, you're right. Where is she here? Ah, excellent, excellent. And we have the Southwest Farmers Market. And Dee Dee's Restaurant. Thank you so much. Come on, get that picture. You want it with the mayor, too, don't you?
Yeah.
Make him come back down here. So just tell him his job is not through. He got 2 more years. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to thank everyone because if you enjoyed one small component of that parade last Monday, these are the people you have to thank for it.
You through? Okay. All right, we have a public hearing now. We have a motion to open the public hearing.
So move.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Okay, the public hearing is open. We're going to start with...
Want me to read it?
Yeah.
This is my microphone?
Yes, okay.
This is a public hearing for Zaramba Group to request approval to vacate the public alley that currently exists between Stanford and Lehigh Streets east of Inkster Road.
Ms. Fields, we need anything else, or? Oh, Mr. Russell.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good, Mr. Mayor, members of council. I'm here in front of you tonight just to respectfully ask, or request, excuse me, the vacation of the public alley between Stanford and Lehigh Roads, just east of Inkster. We would be using it as a part of our development for the Dollar General that was previously approved by council and by Planning Commission. We wouldn't be building the actual building there. It's just for circulation between getting access off of Stanford and moving through the site. So here to answer any questions you have. We are also going to enter a service easement because there is some utilities in that right of way that would obviously allow the city to continue to maintain and access after the vacation of the alley.
Okay. Mr. Ford, you got something there?
Yes, thank you. Council, I will say that our Department of Public Services conducted an investigation notifying all utilities, DTE, Michigan, or is that consumers, water, and none had any objections to the easement. I will recommend that if this body approves the request, that we enter into an easement agreement with the petitioner.
All right, so public hearing, y'all. The public gets to ask questions, make comments. This is your chance on the center stage. Who's first? You want to come back and tell her again?
Yeah, this is for the proposed Dollar General right there at Inkster between Lehigh and Stanford Street. So this is a public hearing to determine, they're asking a request to vacate the alley. There's an alley that runs through the property. So what we like to do is vacate the alley. Proper investigation has been done, and we're recommending that an easement or an easement agreement be entered into if this body sees fit with the petition. So an easement is an agreement that states that if there is an issue with any of the underground utilities, that they have access to properly investigate on the property.
Will the fence go up
No, ma'am.
at
Not,
the back or something?
well, the fence will be on the back, I believe on the Stanford side.
Now, that's
Yeah,
the street I
right.
live on, the street I'm at.
Yeah, fence will be going up.
In the first block.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have, anybody from the public? Besides Ms. Shelby not coming to the podium? Anybody else?
Well, I live on this street and I didn't know anything about it, so I suppose that you said something.
Oh, yeah. Anybody wants, you're supposed to come up to the podium so we can all hear you. I guess she's not coming. Anybody else? We have one coming. Okay, Mr. Chambers.
I just think that, greetings, Council, Mayor. I just think that what the people really kind of are looking for is what that actually means. What happens when you vacate the alley, and how does it look today versus what will it look like in the future? I think that's the clarification.
That's a good
Let
question.
me answer that. Other than the landscaping that will occur on that easement, there will be no, no modification of the property. There won't be anything, you won't be able to build on top of the property. All this easement agreement is for the city, the municipality, to have the right to investigate, access the alley. There are utilities underground. We did contact, through proper notification, we did contact all of the necessary utilities. They have no opposition to the development. They have no opposition to the vacation of the alley request. And all this is basically granting access to be able to investigate any underground utilities that exist on the property.
All right. Anybody, does that spur any other questions or comments? Come on. Come on up.
Thank you, everybody. You got to remember, I'm part Aboriginal American, and this is probably a stupid question, but what does this mean for the trees? Because, our property used to have an alley, but when the subdivision went in, they divided it in half. And of course, if you're going to cut my trees down, there's not much I can do about it. But I'm going to ask you, are you going to cut down my trees? I don't mind trimming of the trees, but, if they have to come down, I'm not going to stand in the way of progress.
So, as it stands right now, there are no trees in the alleyway.
Okay.
We will only be taking down.
So you're a specific alleyway you're speaking of, not in general.
That's correct.
I'm sorry, I went to get a cough drop. But even if I don't like something, if it's really going to make it better for the city, I must, at this age, yield to the future generations. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else from the audience? Okay. Oh, Kendall.
It's just a question.
Okay.
You represent the Zaremba Group?
That's correct.
Okay, so my question, I'm looking at your website, and it seemed like you're based in Cleveland, Ohio, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so this group is trying, just need to be educated. This group is trying to build a Dollar General?
That's correct.
Okay. It seemed to me you can build more than Dollar General. Seemed like you can build a grocery store. Why stop at a dollar store when you can build a grocery store on that side of town?
You need a little more space.
Okay, yeah, I just,
Do you have other questions?
no, that's it, that's all.
Okay, sure. So, we're a developer that serves a variety of national retail tenants, and so Dollar General was one that approached us specifically about this location.
I got you.
And so we went through and work with the city to get this location, and we need this last piece of land to make it work. Absolutely.
Welcome.
Good question. Okay. Anybody else from the audience?
Yeah, I just like to say welcome to the city.
Oh, thank you.
No, Dollar General just ain't another dollar.
No, it's not a dollar store.
Oh, okay, y'all, let's keep it under control. Let's go.
Can I just make one comment, Mr. Mayor? I just wanted to say, not just to the Mayor and Council, but to the community of Inkster, and I told Jeannie this already, but I've had an absolutely great time working with the city of Inkster. I've been doing this now just under a year in 4 different states in a variety of communities, and I absolutely enjoy coming to Inkster. Many of you know, real estate is a very Caucasian business. And so, no, I'm being very honest. And so when my boss assigned me Inkster and I researched the demographics, I knew exactly why. Exactly why I was here. And I came to the first meeting and I was blown away. Because as some of you know, I'm on council too, where I live in Cleveland, Ohio, not in the city of Cleveland. Don't give me that. But no one ever comes to meetings. And I come to these meetings, you guys are engaged, you love what you're here for, you're upset because you care because it's your community. And you don't get that. And I've been to a number of communities and you don't get that energy. And people always have bad things to say about us. And you know the us I'm talking about. And I wish they were here to see all this. I really do. And so this might be the last time I'm in front of you guys, but I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing. Absolutely beautiful community. And I hope that, you know, I told Nate, we can develop more in the community too. So thank you very much.
All right, any motion to close the public hearing?
Don't move.
I got a question. Oh, you got a question?
Yeah, what's his name? Jason. Jason. You know, we got a piece of land right there on Inkster Road, Michigan Avenue, that needs to be developed, and we'd like to have a Okay, I'm going to say a restaurant, but my mother over there said she wants a grocery store, so I have to yield to her.
All right. Right at Inkster in Michigan?
Yes.
The southeast corner?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Need something there bad.
Something healthy.
Any questions regarding the alley?
I have a question. The alley, Mr. Nate, can I address Nate? Nate, is
Ma'am?
the house that I gave you the address on, that's right behind that,
Yes.
is that's not going to be included in that?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, that, we have the ownership on the house, and we're asking that house be demolished.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
Any other questions? Okay.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Support. Probably move second. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Consent agenda. We have a motion?
Move to approve the consent agenda with the addition of item H, item I, Dukes.
I and J.
What's J?
Support.
We have a probably moved, supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Verify it, because H is the resolution.
Oh, H is the resolution?
I is
The closed session
Closed
matter.
session.
closed session.
Right.
Okay.
That's a closed session.
Is it?
They was
What's-
opposed.
What is
I is
I?
alley vacation.
Alley vacation.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Then can I amend my,
Yes, please.
move to approve with the addition of letters I and J?
Support. Probably move, support. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Actually, consent agenda is really the minutes from the last meeting, but we already approved the agenda. But I hope all that's on there. Did everybody have a chance to look at the minutes from last meeting? Okay. Do we have a motion for that?
I move the approval of the minutes.
Support.
Okay, probably moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Okay, boards and commissions. Any appointments? Who wanted to be on the pension board? Oh, yeah, okay. Can I do it? Can I do it? I nominate Sandra Wiley to sit on the Police and Fire Pension Board. No one nominated anybody for months, by the way. So she's
Support.
stepping up to the plate.
Support.
Support? Discussion? Guess we don't need the resume, do we?
Yes.
Since she created the position.
I'll have my people get with y'all's people.
All right, we'll vote on it at the next meeting. Any other appointments, nominations? Okay, we'll move on to new business.
Consideration and approval of a street closure request of Eastern Street between Avondale on July 4th, 2017, for a birthday party from 8 a.m. until 10 o'clock p.m., and Robert Johnson is the applicant.
What's for conversation?
Probably moved and supported. Discussion.
Well, in closed session, this is, you said what, a 14-hour? Orientation. That's kind of long.
Orientation.
Oh, yeah, orientation. That's kind of long for a party.
I thought we said that we wanted clarity before we acted on it, because that is an awful long time. And Eastern is a busy street.
And then it only says that there's, it doesn't exactly say between what street and what street. So I will make a motion to table this and to the next meeting.
I have to remove my motion.
Okay.
You have to withdraw your motion.
Right. Okay, I
Unless you
remove
want to,
it. I remove the motion and we can table it.
okay.
So it's been a motion on the floor to table. We got support?
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay? Okay, so we'll have the clerk follow up and get the additional information.
Consideration and approval of a street closure request of Lehigh Street between Bayham and Meadowdale on June 24th, 2017, for a family reunion from 8 o'clock a.m. until 8 o'clock p.m., and Elijah Pfizer is the applicant.
Support. I'm sorry, so move.
Support. Probably move support. Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay? Motion passes.
Consider authorizing the city to enter into development agreements with selected developers to participate in the Inkster Neighborhood Stabilization Program.
So move.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion passes.
Consider approval of an offer to purchase, what is this, just Cherry Street? I'm sorry, excuse me. Okay.
Parcel.
Consider approval of an offer to purchase a parcel on Cherry Street between Middle Belt Road and Harrison. The parcel is in the M1 Light Industrial Zoning District, and the property description is duly noted. And Philip Kavanaugh has offered $62,800 for the parcel.
So move.
Do we have a support?
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay?
Nay.
Motion passes.
Roll call, please.
Roll call? Okay, go ahead.
Councilwoman Howard, I'm sorry.
Nay.
Mayor Pro Tem Williams,
Yes.
Councilman Chisholm,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mitchell,
Yes.
Councilman Oden,
Yes.
and Councilwoman Wiley.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Consideration to approve the AFSCME Local 290 contract.
So move.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion passes.
Consideration of a special event, the Inkster Summerfest, to be held on July 8th and 9th, 2017.
So move. Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion passes.
Consider approval the Wayne Urban County Program for the Community Development Block Grant Program and the Home Partnerships Investment Program for 3 years through program year 2020.
So move.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion passes.
Consideration for City Council to adopt a resolution to the Wayne County Commissioner's Office for a four-way left turn signal at Inkster Road and Cherry Hill.
So move.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Consideration and approval to vacate the public alley that currently exists between Stanford and Lehigh Streets, just east of Inkster Road, as duly noted. The applicant is a Rumba Group.
So move.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion passes.
The vote, to vote in accordance with the vote that was taken in closed session, Dukes.
So move.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, that's it. Now we have public participation, my favorite part. Norma Dobson. Oh, stop, hold. I did this two meetings in a row. We have to acknowledge our public representatives. Ms. Dobson?
Linden.
Well, we're going to come back to her. We're going to let Ms. Dobson go first, since she was already on her way.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Council. And what a wonderful audience. Oh, my God. And tonight was like a social meeting. Very good.
Put the mic closer to you. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Before I say anything, I really, truly hope you do consider having someone come from the marijuana medical deal, because when we don't know what things are, we're always very leery, particularly me. But anyway, my problem is, as usual, my neighbors, the drugs, the noise, the fighting, the littering, and you know what? We gotta clean this city up. I can't wait much longer. I'm not gonna live that long, and I want to be able to say, I live in Inkster, and I remember when it used to be bad. Now it's great. Please, please work on that. Something has got to be done. I'm so sick of the smell of skunk marijuana. Even if you smoke the other stuff, you know, it wouldn't be quite as bad. But please do something about it. Also, I was at the police station the other day. I'm not going into any details other than the fact I met the most wonderful young gentleman. He's a single father. He has 2 children, a little boy, the handsomest little guy you ever saw, and so polite, and a young daughter, beautiful girl. And yes, they had color. And I wish some of you would give me some of your color. I'm so sick of being so white. Anyway, it's so sad because he left his children outside because he didn't want them to have to hear all his fears. The daughter, I believe, was about 14, absolutely beautiful.
May I interject for a moment? It was after dark. The boy and girl were in the house.
He works nights. He works nights.
Okay.
And unfortunately, he has to leave his children alone at night. And they do have 2 dogs that are caged in the backyard. I believe he said they were pit bulls. That's another worry. The next door neighbor, who I don't know what all their problems are, but they're not nice people. And the only thing that counts is good and bad, nothing else with people. Anyway, they have a young son, probably around 14 or something, who's a bad troublemaker. He has tried to break into that house at night because that young girl is a beautiful young girl. This father is scared to death. Now, my problems compared to that are nowhere near as bad. I mean, you know what? I don't even care if they kill me because they can only kill me once. But I'm not ready to go yet. I want to see Inkster cleaned up and wonderful. And please, and you in the audience, help your neighbors. And
Miss-
if you know something, if you know some way to
Miss
cut out
Miss
all
Dobson?
my time is up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you all
Thank you.
for listening, and please do something.
Okay, we will. Sherry Smith.
Mary.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, Miss Smith. Mary McClendon from Glenda Anderson's office is going to give us an update.
Andrew.
You got to start waving your arms. So.
I forget.
Miss Pauline was back there with her cane, so I thought you were going to see my arm if she had her cane. But good evening, Mayor and Council,
Good
to
evening.
the Treasurer, to all the dignitaries here, and to the fine citizens of Inkster. Of course, you know I'm Mary McClendon from the Office of Wayne County Commissioner Glenn Anderson, and I just want to remind you of a few things. There will be a Senior Fun Fest. Wayne County is presenting that. It's Saturday, June the 24th. From 11 a.m. and to 2 p.m. And we certainly know that Inkster is a senior-friendly community. And so this is just a good chance for them to come out and enjoy. It will be at Nankin Mills Park in Westland. And again, that's June the 24th, and that's a Saturday from 11 to 2. There will be food, bingo, entertainment, demonstrations, and if you need a ticket, there's tickets. If you need a ticket, you can call Senior Services, and that's at 326-5282, and the area code is 734. Also, I want to remind you that next Monday will be the last coffee hour for the commissioner until September, and along with the other representatives that are there. It will be September the 12th, 11th, when it will reconvene. So if you need to come to the coffee hours to share and to give information and to also get some, be sure to attend on next Monday. And I think we all know the locations. The one in Inkster is at the Inkster Library. And also, I'd like to remind you of the hazardous waste collection that will be on August the 12th. From 8 until 2 is Wayne County sponsored, and it'll be behind the Westland Shopping Center, right in the area of J.C. Penney's. And of course, we know hazardous products would include floor wax, paint, nail polish, furniture polish, etc. Also, I want to remind you of Commissioner Anderson's School is Out party. That's June the 17th from 12 until 3. It's for children 13 and under, and it's free. All the skating paraphernalia will be free. However, they will have to pay for their food, and you do have to RSVP. You can't just show up. You do have to RSVP, and there must be chaperones for the children. So don't bring a whole bus load and leave them. That's right. There's six children per chaperone. So if you bring a bus load, you need about 3 or 4 chaperones, okay? All right. If you're interested in, Commissioner Anderson produces a bi-monthly newsletter that's online. And if you're interested in receiving that bi-monthly newsletter, be sure to email the district at district12@waynecounty.com and indicate what your email address is. I heard the discussion about the resolution. The Commissioner is supporting that resolution for your traffic light at Inkster and Cherry Hill Roads, okay? So be sure to get that into him. He will forward that to the county exec as well as the Public Services Division as well. So you have his full support on that. We certainly would love to see that intersection controlled as well as possible. But I think you also know that there will also be some improvements to that intersection that will help as well. There'll be new canisters that will be put in that area, as well as new lighting that's already been approved for that area. Let's see. I think that's basically it. If there's something that you'd like for me to get back to the commissioner, I'd be more than happy to do that. And
you
I
just-
have with me, these are the park schedules, hot off the press. So if you'd like to know what's happening in Wayne County parks, there's so many activities in the Wayne County parks that all summer you can have activities as well as all year. This goes all the way through the winter. So if you'd like one of the park schedules, do not hesitate to get with me tonight, and I'll be sure to give you one. And thank you.
Thank
Could you please repeat the hazmat?
The hazardous waste?
Right.
Okay, August 12th, from
What
8
time?
until 2.
8 to 2.
And that's Westland Shopping Center behind J.C. Penney.
Okay,
All
thank
right?
you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have Mr. Preston Peterson. It's from State Representative Joel Jones' office.
Greetings, Mr. Mayor and council members,
Good evening.
citizens of Inkster. I bring you greetings from State Representative Joel Jones. Unfortunately, he couldn't be with us tonight. He's at the University of Michigan. There's a special class of students from Ypsilanti and Southfield who are in high school who were jointly admitted to the University of Michigan.
Wow.
And this is the first graduating class, and he was asked to speak to them today. Which is quite an honor. Just a couple of things I wanted to bring to your attention. We have some legislation pending that I think you should be aware of, and in fact, get engaged in if you find it affects you, and I think most of it does in some respects. One is we're right in the middle of the budget process. The Democratic Party is really pushing for two items, really. As you know, as the minority party, we don't have a lot of influence, but there are things that we can affect. One is we'd like to see $133 million devoted to road repair, and then $330 million to to the school fund, so that we can hopefully improve the educational system in the state. I realize that the local district was dissolved, and we in fact have introduced legislation to forgive that debt. And we're trying to put a lot of pressure on the House and the Senate to make that happen. I just reviewed the bill with Representative Jones the other day, and we're really pushing hard so that you don't have to pay for, a school district that doesn't exist anymore. And I thought I'd bring that to your attention. We haven't forgotten you. The second thing is, affordable health care is a real issue nationally, and it will impact us locally as well. So the Democrats have introduced what they call a health care bill of rights. And in fact, what that will do is hopefully stave off some of the conditions that may be imposed by this new Republican-led health care bill that's coming out of Congress. Essentially, what it would do is ensure that people with pre-existing conditions are protected, seniors are protected, and many of the things that you see in the Obamacare legislation will continue to be respected at the state level. We can't obviously impact what happens federally, but we can create some caveats in the local legislation that will hopefully make sure that people receive the kind of health care they deserve. The other thing that I'd like to mention is the legislature, again, the Conservatives and Republican Party are pushing for a part-time legislature. That's really a foil to try to starve government, basically. Basically, one of the reasons I think the people who are underrepresented have a shot at having some influence in the legislature is that it's a full-time legislature, and you can work compromises and work on legislation that hopefully will provide some relief to people who are underrepresented. If we go to a part-time legislature, essentially it will give people with money and the lobbying corps more influence over government. And I would encourage you to, write to senators, congressmen, senators, state legislators, who you think may be able to support issues that are important to you. We do get emails, phone calls from people on a regular basis. You don't have to limit yourself to your own district. As a matter of fact, I would encourage you to, and I'd be more than happy to share with you, committees that influence legislation that may impact you. And you can contact the members of those committees directly or the committee chairs directly, and they will listen and respond to whatever it is you have to present to them. I want to point out that we're going in recess in July and August. We plan to spend a lot of time in the district. We know you're struggling with a lot of issues. We want to come out to support you. I personally plan to come to all the district meetings and meet with each of you to see if we can't find ways to provide better services. We're working with a couple of groups to try to get grants. Pastor Jean, for example, is trying to send some young ladies to the Silicon Valley to experience technology firsthand. We're trying to get some grant money to support her. So if there's anything that we can help you with, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're more than happy to be available to you.
Okay.
We're happy to get some of our state share revenue back.
Yeah, we're working on that as well. Let's get this school thing resolved first.
Yeah.
You're paying taxes for something you don't have. That's not good.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thanks for your attention.
Okay, Sherry Smith, you're up.
Hello, Mayor. Hey, hello, City Council of Inkster. Thank you so much for me being here tonight. This is the last minute for me to be here. Thank you for the police chief and Inkster police officers, men and women. I do honor and respect all of you here tonight. There's a deep concern about Inkster. I'm an Inkster resident. I've been born and raised in Inkster on Avondale Middlebelt for a very long time. This is my city. I love it. I honor it. And I'm here to see what I can do to make it a better city to live in. I'm frustrated. I'm very concerned. And there is a need for the citizens that are sitting behind me. We all have a voice. And City Council, my concern in Inkster housing is I have called numerous of times. There's loud music. I live in Inkster housing, Section 8. Loud music is going on, fast cars, fast motorcycles, chaos. Lehigh Moore Circle. I've been mocked at. I've been laughed at. The police officers and women, they just mock at me. There's nothing I have, it's out of my hands. I have, all I can do is come here and give you my 911. On Lehigh and Moore Circle, there is a big cement block street. The cement is now coming up. It's caving up now. There are children that are coming around with their little bikes, and they're going to cut themselves. We have to go around the street to get around, so you come in on Lehigh, and then you come on Moore Circle, but you have to make a left on Lehigh to get to Moore Circle. Well, there's a big cave-in. It's going to cave in, okay? And the cement is going to cave in, or it's going to cut up some children. And so we need what this gentleman behind me said about this $21 million about the cement. The roads need to be done. We're laughing, sounds great. Okay, what are we going to do about it? There's some Section 8 housing. We're over here. We don't even have protection. Okay? And what women and we went out there. I'm Holy Ghost filled. I'm a Christian. I love Jesus. Okay? If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Okay? So I'm doing my part. Okay? I'm praying, I'm fasting for the city, for the mayor, for you, for your children, for your families, all of you. I'm here for you. So, anyways,
Ms.
All I
Smith?
can do and all I
Miss-
can say is what's going on
Ms. Smith?
behind closed doors,
Ms. Smith?
okay? And what I wanted to do is to bring it to you, Mayor, because it's getting serious out here. In December, we went out and we went to the doors and we brought food and clothing to Inkster residents, and we wanted to make our faces known. We wanted to say, we're here, we care, we love you. And the women came out, they were shaking. The children were behind them, and they were scared to come outside. I said, what's wrong? So I wrote down their names, and I took down their stories, because every face has a story.
Okay. Okay, before you leave, can you please talk to Carolyn Smith, that's in the second row? She's chair of the Housing Commission. Can you
Yeah.
please let her know where these hazards are? You're talking about in the street? And if that's our property, Mr. Bivens, make sure we get involved, okay? All right, well, thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Gabe Henderson.
Hello, great family of Inkster. I'm glad to see y'all. And, we're good folks, and we're doing a whole lot of here, things getting better and all that by the day. Okay, I'm here for the Inkster Goodfellow organization, one of the greatest organizations in the city of Inkster. You know, we provide, gifts, certificate for, and toys and many things for the Christmas holiday period. And we do have our fundraisers, and one of our fundraisers, coming up soon is the Spaghetti and Fish Dinner. That's going to be June the 23rd. Okay, it's going to be at the Rec Complex, Boca Doja Rec Complex. Okay, $10. Ain't a whole lot of money. Okay, we're going to have spaghetti, we're going to have some fish, we're going to have some coleslaw. We have two types of fish, catfish and tilapia. And, and pop, water. And so we want at least half of the Inkster, show up, buy some fish dinners and stuff, raise this money for the kids for Christmas. Okay, thank you for allowing me to say something for our Goodfellow organization. Juneteenth, our block club, Middle Park Manor, block club, we're going to be in celebration of Juneteenth. Juneteenth, of course, that's the oldest known celebration commemorating the ending of slavery in the U.S. of America. We're going to have that Juneteenth. We're going to have some old-fashioned stuff. And that's going to be June the 17th.
17th? Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be on Lexington Parkway, right in our neighborhood. We're going to have just some good time, food, games, entertainment, open to volunteers who want to have a little vending area, anywhere in Washington for a vending space, available for $25. They bring in lawn chairs, enjoy entertainment, potluck, food available, and I think that's all I have to say. And thank you for allowing me, like I say,
What time does Juneteenth start?
Juneteenth, it's going to start at, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Oh, spaghetti dinner. What time is spaghetti dinner?
Spaghetti dinner, okay, that's, we're going to start at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
To 3 o'clock.
To 3, so lunch?
$10. And the famous word of Hattie McDaniel said, we always try to do my best and let God do the rest.
Kendall.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, Wayne County Community College District is still offering cybersecurity classes for the fall. People are being certified in Network Plus, Security Plus, Certified Ethical Hacker, and starting off anywhere between $55,000 to $80,000 starting pay. If anybody's interested, they can see me for details. I'm one of their cybersecurity lead at the district, at least downtown. Inkster Tifa board is meeting this Thursday, June 8th, right here in this wonderful chamber. Our special guest speaker is Phil Santer of Ann Arbor Spark to discuss the activities that are going on at the American Center for Mobility, where they're developing the largest research and development project on automation, that's driverless vehicles, at Willow Run, and how Inkster can benefit from this project. So when you're talking about driverless vehicles and our grandchildren and children in the next 15, 20 years not driving a car, and they're testing this stuff at Uber in Phoenix, Arizona. This is what they're doing at Willow Run, and you kind of combine it with cybersecurity as an industry, and voila, you have another tax base, okay? Of course, our Inkster Downtown Development Authority meeting is going to be Tuesday, June 20th, right here in this chamber at 6 o'clock. Special guest will be Laura Castone of Chemical Bank to discuss CRA. I know you want to be there for that. Inkster Library Board meeting, I'm just messing with him. You know what I'm talking about. Inkster Library Board meeting will take place Thursday, June 22nd. Our special guest will be Terrence Campbell. He is the Director of Cybersecurity at Wayne County Community College District. His wonderful wife, Regina Ann Campbell, who's over down at Tech Town in Detroit. Speaking of the library, and this is the last thing, we do have an Inkster Workforce Development Center finally up and moving at the library. Mondays from 4 to 7, Wednesdays from noon to 5, and Thursdays from noon to 4. We provide training, information, and support for those unemployed or underemployed right here in the good old city of Inkster. And so we kind of combine that with our TIFA board to kind of bring workforce development to full swing. This concludes my comments. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Jesse Shelby. Okay.
She making me do this.
All right. I see your name down
We
there.
understand.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, or whatever. I'm here because we, the Inkster community, need to know things because our schools are closed, but we as taxpayers still have to do taxes. So we're here to let you know. The Romulus School District will be having a tax increase renewal proposal, and we want to know.
Good afternoon, Council, Mayor, and all those that sit on the podium. I spoke with the clerk earlier. I wanted to inform the residents of Inkster in that district that Romulus do have a millage increase. There's two, the sinking fund and the whole harmless, on August the 8th. And the clerk did advise me that she's aware of it and she's going to get that information out to the residents. As I said to her, we did some research. The wording is saying at one point it's a reduce, and then in the next paragraph it's saying it's an increase. If you look at the sinking fund right now is 0.75. They want it to be raised up to 3 mills. That's an increase. The whole harmless is 1.31370. They want to take it to 2.5. I mean, both of them is an increase. I understand a lot of times they play games with words, and I wanted to bring this information to the residents of Inkster. I also want to say this. My heart just gets heavy to see how every time I've been here, the chamber is full. Regardless of whether it's complaints or compliments, the people of Inkster come out. And I just hope and pray, and I ask you guys to pray with me, that our city get like that. Because our folks don't show up. And then when something happened, they raise hell. So I applaud what the elected officials are doing here in the city and what the residents do as far as showing up and voicing their complaints.
My concern is that we need to have a meeting, even if it's at your Thursday meeting, to let the citizen know how to vote, because the voting is coming up August the 8th, 2017, and we do have the Inkster Community Foundation, and we can go through them, and we have the other citizens need to know that's in that school, in that Romulus School District, which is cross Inkster Road on that date, and how to vote. We need to educate them on it. The Inkster Community Foundation annual cookout It will be at Garden City Park, 1 p.m. Donation is $20 on June the 19th. And that is the Inkster Community Foundation is former Inkster School District employees and board members and citizens. So please let us know what's going on with this millage and how to vote on August the 8th, 2017.
And I'm sorry, I didn't get the young man's name that came up here from the state of Michigan. Once that school debt is erased, will the voters in Inkster in that district have to pay the taxes in the other districts where the schools were directed to?
Mm-hmm, they already are.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was true.
They already paying tax.
Right. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stephanie Taylor.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Council, mayor, and administration, and every community. I just want to come to you guys today to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I remember not too long ago I was here about fighting for the people with their taxes, getting help. And when I tell you the city of Inkster and administration threw down, they went door to door. They helped so many people. So many people was downtown getting payment plans put together. And I just thank God for this administration and council and mayor for doing that, because that means so much. I mean, really, it had the place packed. So this was the first time ever in my life since I've been in Inkster saw this happen. It was even on a Saturday. And then I found out the office here was even open on a Saturday. So to take the initiative to not only post it on the website, hearing it on TV, they was out there knocking on doors. And I just thank God for you guys, and thank you. Just really thank you. God bless.
Gina Stewart. We got quite a few more comments.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, residents of Inkster. I bring you greetings from the Western Wayne County NAACP. We just have a couple of things going on. Tomorrow at Thompson Towers, we will having voter registration drive, and as well as HIV testing. So that's for the residents there. And anybody else who wants to come out. If your family members aren't registered to vote, please let them know they can come over. Somebody will be set up there tomorrow between 1 and 4. That's the first thing coming up. And then on June 24th, we will be having a community viewing and panel discussion of the documentary, The 13th. It deals with the 13th Amendment that said people are no longer slaves unless they commit a crime. Well, it went from freedom to slavery to Jim Crow to the drug problem to, we're trying to get back to the freedom part. So how do we do that? There's a lot of things, but I'll know we need to start talking about it. So after the movie viewing, we're having a book signing because we're talking about literacy. We know education, literacy, all that goes together. So we're going to have a book signing. Local authors can come and set up their books at the table. It's going to be at Ecorse Community High School. Since you know we cover a lot of different cities, we tried to move it around. So this one is June 24th. Ecorse Community High School is right off Otter Drive. You know, in our area, watch your speed, wear your seatbelts, because they will pull you over. And it's from 1:30 is opening doors, and 2:30 the screening starts. About 4 o'clock is when a panel discussion will begin. And one of our special guests for the panel is Yusef Secure. He has a long story. He was a gangbanger, criminal, went to jail, came out, and now he's doing great things. So he's on our panel discussion, as well as Pastor Oberman. She's on the panel. Valerie Bonner and one of the representatives from the 3rd District of NAACP is on the panel. So we want you guys to come out for that. And then our monthly meeting is in Garden City, 27500 Marquette. In Garden City is June 12th, 7 o'clock. We last about an hour and a half. So at that point, I think the mayor of Dearborn Heights is our speaker for that day. So please come out and join with us then. And last but not least, before the next council meeting, I think Father's Day would have come and gone. So I just wanted to take this time to say Happy Father's Day, because you know when the head, the man, is in place and everything is going well, the family is well, the community is well. So I just always take my hats off to fathers. I know I had the best father in the world, but I know some of you guys are probably pretty good too. So Happy Father's Day to you guys.
Ernest Hendricks? Are you left? Okay. Pastor Overman?
Well, good afternoon, Mayor and Council Administrators and the city residents. I have a couple of announcements. One, the first thing, I want to thank everyone that helped Camp Inspire with our tea and treats. It was an amazing event. We had capacity. I want to thank Starfish Family Services and Carolyn Smith for actually hosting at the Gardens of Starfish. Our partners, Schoolcraft College, State Rep Joelle Jones, and Western Wayne Family Health Center. I have so many on this list, so I'm going to stop there. And I do want to thank you, Sandy and ICANN, for the baskets. We were able to raise a lot of money with that. Schoolcraft College still has 30 scholarships available for our students. So if you're in grades K through 12, please go on schoolcraft.edu. They have STEM scholarships for 1 week. Other people have to pay $500 a month for this. So if you put Camp Inspire, Operation Refuge on there, you will receive a free scholarship. First come, first serve. One other thing, we are registering currently, so you can go online, www.classy.org, and register for the STEM camp. That's girls 4th grade through the 8th grade. I also have to mention Mother's Pantry. Operations hours are Wednesdays and Thursdays, 10 o'clock to 12. Fourth Thursdays, we do the commodities, and from 10 to 12 also. And as always, we are looking for volunteers. So again, Bosch Scholarships, schoolcraftcollege.edu, Kids on Campus STEM Scholarships. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Octavia Smith.
Good evening, Mayor and Council and residents. Just wanted to come up and bring some information from Western Wayne Family Health Center to continue to ask you to stop by and visit us, find out what you find out what we have in our city. We do have a facility that has dental services, pediatric care, overall health care, free physical activity things like yoga, Zumba, and all these things are free of charge. Free educational programs, dining with diabetes, eating healthy classes, diabetes support group. Again, free of charge. So stop by Western Wayne and visit us. And if you don't have a primary care physician, check us out. And if you have one, you have to travel far, then change it and come to Western Wayne. Anyway, thank you all so much. And I also want to thank Ms. Sandra Watley. That was a beautiful parade for those who made it out and attended. It was beautiful. And I have a beautiful slideshow I want to show you eventually. But thank you all for doing a wonderful job, council people, mayor, and our city people. Thank you.
Thank you. Yvette Brock.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
I stand before you on behalf of New Step Community Development Corporation. We are hosting a skating party on Saturday, June 24th from 12 to 2:30 at Lincoln Park Skating Arena, and the tickets are $8. Anybody that's interested in attending, they can see me for tickets, or they can call 313-789-5199, and the ticket rental is included in the $8 price. If you can attend, please try to sponsor a child that can't afford to attend. All proceeds will benefit the Need to Feed program. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Father Clifton.
Good evening again. I come before everyone to announce two wonderful youth activities that are happening this summer, both of them free of charge. The first one is St. Clement's Episcopal Church in conjunction with Robichaud High School and the National Action Network will be doing, once again, the CHAMP Track Camp. It is a week-long track and field experience held at Robichaud. Dates escape me, but it's the last week of June, Monday through Friday. And the participants of that track camp are eligible for a scholarship to the Accelerators track and field camp to hone their skills throughout the year. This upcoming last Sunday of June, we'll be celebrating scholarships given to two of the young people who've been participants in the track and field camp done by National Action Network and us. One is getting a scholarship to Ohio State and the other one to Madonna College. And so we would invite you to spread the word and invite young people, regardless of ability, to come and participate in the CHAMP track camp beginning at 9:00 a.m. at Robichaud. That's item number one. Item number two, on the third week of August, once again, St. Clement's, the Police Department, and Boy Scouts of America will co-sponsor a scouting experience for our elementary and middle school age young people at St. Clement's. This year's experience is expanded from 3 to 5 days. Once again, it is free of charge. It has a component for educational readiness. It instills values of scouting, and you know what? It's a whole lot of fun. We need some volunteers for that one too. I do have tickets on hand, as does our Chief of Police, for Breakfast with the Chief, which is a fundraising activity for that. And I'm going to unashamedly just say, look, y'all, I'm trying to sell 15 of the tickets that I have in my pocket. They are $15 each, and then everything I do over the 15 go right on over there to him, because I saw he has a bunch more tickets in his pocket too. Trying to get 29 tickets donated too for young people in the community. I have 9 donated so far. And so try to see me afterwards, and everybody, buy 2, donate 1, and come to the breakfast yourself. Will Miller over here has flyers for the track camp, and please pick up one on your way out. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, Deborah Owens. Will.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I just wanted to talk about the city of Inkster and how I believe the state government is overlooking the city of Inkster. The reason I say that is because when I was at the coffee hour, and I believe everybody who is able should go to those coffee hours with the elected officials, and I asked them why Michigan Avenue does not have the nice new lights that the city of Wayne has and all the way down. And he said it's because we're being overlooked at the city, in the city of Inkster. I said, do you think that we're being discriminated against? He said, well, it's gerrymandering and that type of thing. So we should all take an interest in our city and go to those meetings, to the coffee hour. The very last one will be, for the season, will be on Monday the 12th at 12 o'clock at the library, and find out what's going on. And I also would like to know why we do not have Cherry Hill paved. They paved it right down to, I believe, Merriman Road. Why not pave it all the way down and include the city of Inkster? Because I think it's I think they are not looking at us favorably. So it's up to us to
No, I'm not, I'm sorry.
It's up to us to make sure that these things happen for the city of Inkster. And I said, what is it going to take for us all to get on a bus and go down to the Capitol and insist that we be heard and that we be seen? So maybe that's what we've got to do. We've got to put some pressure on them. So please, anybody who can come to the coffee hours and find out what's going on, please come.
Thank you. Okay, that was the last public participation. Now we go to the city clerk for announcements.
Yes, I would like to let the residents know in District 1, you should have received your AV applications that went out a couple of weeks ago in reference to the Romulus School District operating millage that will be for the August 8th election. We just approved our ballot language on today and emailed it back to the county. We will have that ballot, once we get the information back from the county, up on the website. According to the ballot language, it does look like that there is an increase on both the operating millage and the sinking fund millage. This election affects residents in District 1, Precinct 1 only, which is for approximately 1,700 voters. So there will be additional forthcoming information that will be coming. This ballot, I'm sure they probably have emailed it back to me by now, will be up on the website by tomorrow. So we just approved that information today. That's it. Thank you.
All right, thanks. City treasurer.
Just wanted to speak to the grass cutting situation in the city. I'm sure some have seen some areas that have had grass that's been high. We haven't had the opportunity to cut. We have began cutting. We've been cutting for the last several weeks, and we're working basically every day, 7 days a week at this point, to catch up on the grass cutting. We've had kind of a unfortunate set of circumstances. One, we had a pretty wet May, which not only delayed our ability to cut, but also kind of provided moisture for the grass to grow, as well as we were not initially scheduled to be staffed up under the budget until July 1st, fully staffed with our temporary seasonal workers. We added an additional crew. The mayor recently agreed to us to allow us to not wait until July to get that second crew working. So we're out there. We're aware of it. We have received some complaints and just want everyone in the audience and at home to understand that we are working in earnest to to attend to all of those grass cutting needs. We've been covering much of the south side, the neighborhood south of Michigan Avenue. We've started in a limited sense on the north side, but we should be finishing up, I would think, probably this week on the south side. And so, just be patient with us, bear with us, understand that we are aware of many of these problems, and we're reaching out and attempting to do that. If anyone wants to call City Hall with any specific complaints, please feel free to give us a call. The phone number to call is area code 313-563-9774. Again, that's 313-563-9774. You can also email us at dps@cityofinkster.com. So, again, we just want to let everyone know we are aware of these issues. We're working on it. We got our crews working overtime, and we should have this problem under control very shortly.
Okay. Now we go to Mayor and Council communication. Councilman Oldham.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to announce that District 2 Community Advisory Committee itself is meeting tomorrow at 6 o'clock. On the 20th, we're having a District 2-wide meeting where we're going to be inviting all the citizens within District 2 to sort of work with us on the plans that we have that's going on in other parts of the city and other districts to do what we can to continue to improve the areas of the city of Inkster. I'd like to, at this point, congratulate Sandra Watley for a wonderful job that she did with the parade. I don't know how many of you came out and saw what was going on, what was happening, but it was one that we have not seen around here in a good while. It was really, really a great job, and I want to say thank you for the job that you did. I also like to put this out here for the council, something that used to happen during the time that I was employed with the city, and I'd like to really see it happen again because everybody benefits from it, and it allows the city employees to come together and sort of get to know and communicate with the council. And what I'm referring to, some of you may recall, I know one person, well, she's gone now, but we used to have a cookout at the city hall where everybody would come together, donate, employees, council people. We basically donate and cook, and everybody come together and have a good time and enjoy it themselves. And I think that's something with us going forward in the direction that we're currently going in. I think that's something that we need to consider. I'm saying it to my colleagues. I think that's something we should do. I think it would be fun. I think it would allow us to get to know the employees, and they will get to know us. So I just want to put that out as a recommendation, and I hope that we can sort of come together and do that. Thank you.
Councilwoman Mitchell.
I have nothing at this time.
And Councilwoman Watley.
I have a lot of stuff.
Okay.
No, my first thing is an issue I have with the timeliness on responses from our city attorney. Is that something I can do now, or?
Sure.
Okay, well, at the last council meeting, I was told I would have my ordinances emailed to me, and I have not gotten them yet. They were supposed to be emailed to me and the clerk. Also, the uses policy for the IPAC TV. I'm still waiting to hear from somebody from there. Now, I think that if some of that stuff was sent to you in January, the end of January, like the ordinances and stuff, so we're still waiting to implement these things, and we can't do our job until, we get the response from you. So, I'm thinking that maybe some of that $34,000 might be forfeited or something if I can't get stuff back in a timely fashion. So I have an issue with that.
I understand that, Councilwoman. I will speak to $34,000 first. As you know, much of what I do with regard to ordinance revisions, reviewing of contracts, and things like that are done on a flat fee basis. With regard to the initial drafts of the ordinances, we went through several revisions since January. I sat with code enforcement, sat with the court, sat with yourself, and revised them, and we're ready to go. And then when we had the second draft of the zoning ordinance, we decided to put them all together. And you're right, at the last council meeting, I did indicate I would send them to you, and I have not done that, so I take responsibility for that. But what you may not believe when you see the increase in the recent litigation bills is that one of the reasons some of the timeliness issues is because I take all that on my plate, because as you know, in any given time, I have 3 other attorneys from Allen Brothers that assist me in getting the city's work done. And if I continue to delegate and push things off, they have to account for their time. So by me trying to keep a lot of that stuff on my plate, I charge to the flat fee portion of our monthly bill. And I know many may think this is Inkster is my only client. It's my most important client, but I'm running and gunning, and when I take on more on my plate, sometimes there's a lapse in turning things around. So I take that responsibility. I spoke to Ms. Fields today, about the zoning part of it. Because we wanted to get them all out at the same time, that's why you hadn't received your final revisions. With regard to the increase in the bills, as you know, that the litigation is all hourly. And one of the cases made up half of that monthly fee you see on there. So I view Inkster as a privilege to work for. I take it seriously, and I do try to keep our bills at a reasonable level. What many people don't know is historically when they see the bills on the city attorney's bills on the agenda, that just counted for the city attorney's bills. Previously, we had a city attorney who litigated no cases. The council and the public never saw the litigation bills. Those were all done by up to 4 or 5 different law firms. The bills you see now are transparent. There are no additional hidden fees that council is not aware of. But going to your first issue, I understand it, and I'm working hard to turn that over to you in a timely fashion.
Okay, one of the reasons, or one of the things touted when we hired Allen Brothers was the full service, so that things would be done in a reasonable fashion. Now, I realize your plate is full and all that stuff like that, but once again, if you don't do what you need to do, then we can't move forward. And I'm not, this is something I'm bringing up because people have asked me to bring it up, because they're still waiting on these.
No, I understand that.
And I figure I'd just put it out there.
I appreciate that.
Okay. The next thing is, I was asked to say about the library. They're having a senior scam program. I don't know if that's to scam y'all or to teach you how not to get scammed. But it's going to be on the 13th, which is a Tuesday, at City Hall, and it's from 1:30 to 2:30. Now, I believe the police department is putting this on because there's a lot of calls that seniors are getting, and they're being told different things that are not true. So they want to make you aware of the pitfalls in saying certain things over the phone or accepting certain things as fact before you go into, before you find out about it. Okay, another thing is the library's having a book sale. I love these, okay, and they have them so seldom, but they're having a book sale on the 24th from 12 to 4 p.m. The 24th is a Saturday, and at the library, a book sale. Now, one other thing for the library. They're kicking off their summer reading program, and they're also having a jazz quartet to perform from 6:30 to 7:30. Now, I don't know if you all came out to the last one. It was last month. Those guys were great. They were absolutely great. And this is, they plan on having this, weather permitting, outside, so that you all can enjoy it and the other people can do that thing at the library. So R.J. Spangler and the Larry Smith Jazz Quartet will be at the library. This is live entertainment, okay? So you all should come out and support the library. I'm sorry, did someone?
When is it?
Oh, that's the 22nd, Thursday, the 22nd, from 6:30 to 7:30. And like I said, the last group was awesome. The other thing, the last thing is we have parade books for sale. Also, we have last year's parade book, which we took the video of it and we turned it into a photo album. So last year's parade is a photo album that's being sold with last year's book. So you can actually see the parade and steal pictures and things of that nature. So if someone's interested in that, they can contact me. And I believe that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Howard.
No.
Councilwoman Howard.
Good at this time.
Councilman Chisholm.
Yes. Excuse me. First, I would like to let everyone know, well, I don't know if you all went to the last one or not, but it was a great time at the police department for the movie night that they sponsored, and I would advise you to just convey that information to everyone that I'm about to announce now. Princess and the Frog on June 23rd at Inkster Police Department will be shown at 8:30. So if you all are interested, or if you live that life of being the princess and dating the frog, come on out and see it on the big screen in the parking lot. They have snow cones from the snow cone machine they got. They got a nice big screen. A whole lot of just kids and everybody are just out there having a great time. They got popcorn, a heavy police presence as we are at the police department, so just feel safe, okay? Second, oh yes, it's June 23rd, 8:30 p.m. Make sure you bring chairs or whatever you tend to rest and relax on while enjoying the movie. And it's right there in the parking lot. The next thing I wanted to start, and this is as soon as I buy a bike, because I haven't ridden a bicycle since I was 16 when I acquired my license. And when I got sick in April, a lot of you heard me up here trying not to cough and whatnot, but it was happening anyway. And I was taking medicine. I went to the doctor one month, I was in the 170s, and I went the next month, I was in the 180s. And that was a quick weight gain, especially for me, because I don't hold weight like that. And so I said, I'm going to start biking with the councilman. And for those who have a bike, we can do two things. We can do cardio biking. We have a nice path that's underway of being built. We can bike all around the city, through the districts, everything. And then we can do just a cruising one as well for those who can't, who don't want to do something as risky, if you will. And this will just pretty much give you a different view of the city. It'll make everybody visible to passersby and persons in our community that we have a bikeable community. The new businesses and whatnot that are coming into the city, that's some of the things that they're doing. They're putting bike racks and whatnot in, so we'll be able to utilize those. And the children and whatnot that we have out here too that have bikes that really can't go anywhere except maybe up and down the street, they could come out and get a nice ride to go along with me too. Now, I'm not gonna say drop your kids off and just let them come ride with me all day. I encourage you to come out as well. But then I also talked to different persons in my district, and we're gonna do things like not a community garden, but a flower garden. I'm going to reach out to the schools, have the kids participate in that. Reach out to the churches and have them participate in that as well. That way, citizens who are passing by, like down Inkster Road and stuff, can actually see a nice presence of something out there that people like to do. And I'd be remiss if I didn't consult with Councilwoman Watley with her green thumb, and we know she has a phenomenal type of thing that she could do in that outdoor element. So I'm going to be calling you too. And last but not least, we were talking about a walk with the councilman as well. So some mornings, like before work or whatnot, because I was out running, and I happened to bump into Octavia and her family over at Westwood Park, and we talked about doing that too. So like a 30-minute walk or something like that before or after work for those who just want to join. And if however it works out, it will work out. I'll be announcing it soon. I just want to get that out there. And thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. First of all, let me do the thing I always forget. This Thursday, District 1 will be having their advisory meeting
at St. Clement's Church, 4300 Harrison, Inkster, Michigan.
As for all of District 1, please come out. We have a whole lot of fun discussing on what we're going to do with District 1 and how we're going to dominate the rest of the city. Okay.
They dominate?
Yeah, you said it.
A couple years ago, we had this contest in District 1. We won. So
Were you the only participant?
I want to take time to give a special thanks to Will Miller and the National Action Network. Last Saturday, when we was out doing the walk around town to the 165 homes that were up for foreclosure, in the middle of the night, I called Will because I needed some people to come out and volunteer, and I was calling just him. And the next morning, he had almost all the names sitting up here in this room right here. So I'm going to give him a round of applause. Thank you, Will. Okay. I've been made to do this. National Christians in Action, Boys to Men Luncheon will be held on June 17th at 12 noon. It's going to be held at Wayne County Community College Western Campus, 9555 Haggerty Road, Belleville, Michigan. Our guest speaker that day will be Minister Bobby Simpson Sr. and our special guest, Brother Clarence Jackson. So donations are $20. I myself have tickets, and you can see Reverend George Williams and any other members of the Voice of Men from National Christian Action. I got another. Inkster Summerfest. Please come out and join us. Inkster's we're going to turn it up again like we did last time. So we're going to have, I'm not going to say a special guest, but we know who's going to be there. We're going to have Tim Bowman, Alexander Zonchak. We're going to have games, we're going to have rides, we're going to have vendors, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do like we did the last time. We're going to step off like we did the last time. So we're able to come out on July the 8th and July 9th. And last but not least, continue to support your neighborhood merchants. Shop Inkster. Thank you.
I want to, I didn't think about this until after I spoke earlier, but I want to recognize Roosevelt Stubbs. Mr. Stubbs and I together did the ceremony for fallen veterans on Memorial Day. He refused to not let it fall apart. I want to acknowledge him for the job and his courage, his pushing for us to get that done, because normally we do it every year. We fell short this year, so he and I was the only two that was there to make sure that we got it done. And I want to acknowledge him for the job that he did in the program and getting things done the way that we did. Thank you.
Okay, real quick, because I know we've been here a long time. We're back to the old days. We stayed till 10:30. The former mayor, many of you know, owns a security company. They just received a contract out at the airport. He's looking for people who want to work security. They're starting out at $14 an hour. The catch is that obviously you're working in the airport, so you go through the same screening as TSA. So it's extensive background check. Of course, you got to take a drug test. So if you know anyone who's interested in having a decent paying job, please contact the clerk. She'll give you former mayor's contact information. And he wants to hire folks from Inkster. So that's why he called me and asked me to make the announcement tonight. Also, we have the police chief's breakfast. I don't know, people have been referring to, I think, Father Clifton talking about tickets because they're trying to sell their tickets. But it's going to be Thursday, June 29th, 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Rec Complex, Dozier Recreation Complex. Myself, Joel Jones will be there. And anybody who needs more information can contact the chief, Father Clifton, Kathy Moore. But we want to definitely come out and support. This is for the Boy Scouts. Little short people who wear those little uniforms. we need to support them. If we don't support them now, we're going to deal with them later. So we need to make sure we come out and do what we can for our kids. Also, we have Parks and Recreation. I'm not going to go through all the things, but we just got a list of our 2017 summer youth camp and enrichment programs. We have a lot of activities. I mean, a lot of activities. We got flag football, soccer camps, frozen moment photography class, nutrition voyage. I'm just going to teach them how to eat. I won't be at that one. Eat healthy. Mad Scientist Camp, Junior Master Gardener, Math Camp, Fitness Club, Basketball Skills Building, Sailing Program. You heard about the sailing program this summer for the kids. That's a great program. Divine Stand Dancers Dance Camp. So these are some of the activities we're going to have at the Recreation Center this summer. We're going to make sure we have these flyers in the lobby, at the Rec Center, and get the information out on the website. We have to take advantage of this. This is a pretty good roster for programming for our kids for this summer. So in addition to that, parade. You know, it's funny, I didn't get a chance. I went to Mackinac last week, and I was sitting there reflecting and following social media. some people suggested something that I had not thought about. They said, I think that was the best parade we ever had. And somebody said that, and then I sit back and I thought about it. I'm like, wow, it was, a great parade. We had major floats. Everybody came out. A beautiful day. So we definitely, more than just clap for Sandra Wiley, we're going to do something special for Sandra Wiley. So tune in to the next meeting.
Money is nice.
I will bribe her as I ask her to do it again next year, and she's already said. But we got time to work on it, though. We got time to work on it. It was a great showing. I'm looking forward to the Summer Fest, all the positive things that we're having this summer. Don't forget the Seeds to Feed family picnic will be the Sunday after Father's Day. So we have some great events this summer. We have to get out, take advantage of it, and enjoy the good things that our city have to offer, like our parks and our people, and just being outside and enjoying each other. So that's all I have tonight.
Don't forget about the cookout.
Oh, we're gonna do the cookout. Oh, lunch with the mayors on the 15th. So on the 15th, we're gonna do something cool. On June, we're gonna do something good on the food. So definitely come out, and so we can fellowship together and talk about our local issues. Thank you for everybody coming. We'll see you at the next city council meeting.
Don't need a motion.
Motion for adjournment. Motion for adjournment.
It's been moved and seconded.
Second, all those in favor, say aye.